Hello and welcome to It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is Mortal Kombat from 1995.
Get over here.
I'm here.
Ay. This is
Of course,
like
Scorpion had to do that.
like, get down.
Get down from there.
Get down, you scum. Well,
Come here.
Come
here, Chuck.
Yeah.
How did that intro go? Yeah, it's interesting. I've got a lot to say about this. It's easier to talk about this than it is Snatch from our last episode. Because
it's not quite as complex, perhaps, as Snatch.
No, certainly not a lot of threads running through this plot.
No.
Let me get through a couple of things here. Background information. 1 hour and 41 minutes. A bit, maybe 20 minutes too long. Directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. The ratings are weird. Like, it's 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb, which is crazy. Rotten Tomatoes 33%. Metacritic around 60. Letterboxd 2.7 out of 5. Like, this was a success when it came out. A budget of 18 million. Worldwide, it got 122 million. So they just went straight into Annihilation, I think, 2 years later. But Paul W.S. Anderson did not come along for the ride with that.
This is crap.
I think this was coming out around the same time as Street Fighter, so I think it was one of the first movie adaptations. Probably Super Mario Brothers that we watched a couple of episodes ago was probably the first, and now this was coming up after it.
I was going to say something controversial about this and Super Mario Bros. I much preferred Super Mario Bros.
Woohoo!
This starts kind of sketchy. The 8-bit, but digitized 8-bit music felt awful. It just starts off.
You know what that song's called?
No.
It's called Techno Syndrome.
That makes it better.
Mortal Kombat!
And I never liked the computer game. I just going to throw that out there now. I hated Mortal Kombat as a computer game.
I wanted to just discuss that briefly before we get into talking about the movie. Obviously, Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 is one of the most famous, probably 2 was one of the most famous video games of the 80s/90s, probably 90s, because of its gore and violence.
Digitized real-life people.
Yes.
That's his claim to fame. It was one of the first computer games to do it, and the first one to be successful doing it.
And I remember, I probably was pre-teen or early teens when it came out, and it was like, oh yeah, I need to play Mortal Kombat.
You can move people. So I always hated that animation. I much preferred Street Fighter.
Yeah,
because you knew where the characters were. You could figure out the hitboxes. So if somebody punched somebody and the fist contacted them, it looked like they hit them. In this game, you weren't really sure what the F was happening. Because the hitboxes weren't really square boxes. Weird digitization.
I never liked beat 'em ups. I hated them. I could never do the combos. I could never do the up, down, left, right, A, B, blah, blah, blah.
Hadouken.
Yeah, exactly. Get over here.
Man. I was an absolute massive fan of Street Fighter 2. Played in the arcades all the time.
What was the one?
This one?
Was it called Rise of the Robots? The one with all the robot beat 'em ups? Was that Rise?
That was the one you could get on freeware.
Probably, yeah.
On the PC, it was rubbish.
My experience with Mortal Kombat was on the Amiga 1200, and there must have been 10 disc swaps in between each level that you had to do. And I think
loading a fighter, are we? Okay, another disc.
Well, exactly. And I don't know if this is reality, but because I could never do fatalities, but if you finish with a fatality, you had to swap discs in between your finishing move and the fatality animation. That's how bad it was. Yeah. I have memories that it was like 12 discs, but I Googled today and it looked like it's only 3 discs, but I think you swapped them multiple times. But anyway, arcade experience was a bit better, but yeah. That's what the 90s was about. Mortal Kombat came along, Street Fighter, very similar games, but different graphic experiences. So this obviously came out on the wave of positivity about Mortal Kombat, and so this was always going to be successful with teenagers. Also, the USP of the video game, bloody violence. There is none in this movie. There's no blood.
There is no bloody violence.
Shang Tsung gets a bloody lip near the end of the movie. And
That's the only blood.
That's the only blood.
Really annoying.
Because they wanted to get a PG-13.
Because well, if they hadn't got PG-13, it would have tanked.
Yeah, it would have been.
And everybody under 13, well, that's all they had as an audience, because it's not a good movie.
No. Yeah, so like the plot of this one is that the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung has they've fought in this mystical Mortal Kombat tournament for 9 generations, and this last one, if they win it, they will take over the world and eat us, probably.
Yeah, I never really got the motivation other than bad evil guy take world.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Outworld, which doesn't even sound right grammatically. Outworld.
So that was a restaurant. Oh, that's Outback.
Outback Steakhouse. Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
So we do have 3 main protagonists in this. We have, and they're all obviously players in the game. We've got Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade. And so they get all rounded up by Raiden, played by Christopher Lambert, who is shocking. I'm sorry. I know you like Christopher Lambert and Highlander. And all that.
He's awful in everything other than Highlander.
What's what sort of, like, he says he's such a weirdly voiced actor character in this. He has some
he keeps giggling to himself as well.
He's giggling, so stop laughing. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Fucking prick.
It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
So we have Liu Kang, whose brother was killed by Shang Tsung. We have Johnny Cage, who what do you want? Oh yeah, he's got a bad reputation for being fake, so therefore he wants to go and
prove himself as a proper fighter. Himself.
And then Sonya Blade's partner was killed by Kano. I don't remember his character in the game with the
he had a glowy eye thing, and
don't remember.
And I think one of her followers or minions that was with her, black lad, I can't remember his name now, but he's also in the game. He just didn't make it into the movie.
Okay. Well, yeah, so interesting that Bridgette Wilson plays Sonya Blade, and I heard like Cameron Diaz was in training and everything for this and broke her wrist or something. So her career could have gone a really separate direction. Yeah. But she had finished The Mask, I think, so she was on a roll, but I don't know why she would have. Although this was successful, but I've never heard of Bridgette Wilson since then, though.
It didn't do anybody else's career good.
No, so Linden Ashby, who played Johnny Cage, he was in Melrose Place a few times on Teen Wolf, the TV series.
Oh, well,
Christopher Lambert, he did stuff, but
he did a load of crap after Highlander. He did nothing good.
No,
he's not a good actor. Sorry.
Robin Shou, who plays Liu Kang, he was in Beverly Hills Ninja 2 years later.
That's pretty good.
And Death Race 2008. The guy who played Shang Tsung actually just passed away in December last year.
Oh, well, he's been in loads of stuff, in fairness. He's always the bad guy.
Yeah, he's been Planet of the Apes 2001's version, Man in the High Castle TV series, License to Kill 89. And he did the voice for Shang Tsung in the MK11 video game in 2019. Princess Katana comes along later, doesn't really have a lot to do in the game. She's played by in the movie. She's played by Talisa Soto, who actually was also in License to Kill, which was weird. And that's about it. And then the guy who plays Kano has done fuck all. Oh, he passed away in 2003. Sorry, R.I.P. I don't want to speak ill of the deceased.
He didn't get the chance to do much more.
No. So Paul W.S. Anderson, we have to forgive him. He did direct all of the Resident Evil franchise or was involved with it later, but we forgive him because he did directed Event Horizon later on. So,
which is an epic movie.
Give him that, right?
Where we're going, we don't need eyes.
Guns. Or whatever.
Yeah, that's a quote from it. Like, I'm not sure he meant to take the piss out of Back to the Future, but Sam Neill gouges his eyes out and goes, "Well, we're going, we don't need eyes."
I don't know if he wrote the movie, but he certainly directed it. So it's it's been, I think a lot of people still love it for its sentimentality of the video game. It's obviously tied very closely to it. So what do you think of the start of the movie where we start to be introduced to these 3 protagonists I just laid out?
I would say I instantly hated everybody. Bad guys, good guys, sorcerers. They're all crap. And the god Raiden.
Do you remember back in this day and age, maybe a couple of years before this 95 release, I was just thinking how much I liked Bloodsport back in the day. And this
Jean-Claude
being Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's certain characters in that as well that could be video game characters, but they're not. But I just remember liking it as a 10 or 11-year-old because it was so violent and cool. I think like this is pretty much just a fighting movie and the plot doesn't matter a damn. Unfortunately, the fighting scenes are shit as well.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
It's my biggest issue. I wrote this down. Every fight scene is static. They don't move around. They don't use the surrounds. It's like a small, tiny arena of about 5 foot by 5 foot. And that's it. And it drove me insane. Even the game, there was much more movement from left to right.
Much more
They don't
depth.
do that in this. They just stand beside each other and go,
Liu Kang makes so much noise when he does movements. I just hate it. I know you do that in martial arts, but it's
there's a whole pile of either him or the sorcerer just going,
you know what,
charging up for a fight or attack.
You know who pissed me off doing his voices was Goro. He was just
he was shocking. Oh my god, Goro was awful.
But I will say he looked okay for a shitty movie. Like the character looked okay. Puppet
The effects in this movie are shocking. His animatronics in his face, actually not bad. Everything like this, it's a CGI. Like it reminded me of the FMV games of the time.
Yeah,
absolutely horrendous. It was panning into the Dark Tower at the end, or panning in on the boat. It's all or Reptile.
Oh, the Reptile was bad.
Oh my!
I could have made that on my Amiga.
Yeah, and stick on a toaster program and away you go.
Toaster.
It was bad graphics, bad special effects, bad choreography, bad music.
They're not going to get away with all these graphics with our massive TV screens and 4K now because it just looks worse.
No, yeah, maybe on terrestrial TV and bunny ears or a coat hanger out the back. Perhaps you can forgive it because you can't really make out what you're selling anyway.
Yeah, it might look good on a black and white TV.
Yeah, I watched this in 4K and that was a mistake.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not
good. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a thin plot, as we said. The three protagonists get chucked onto this boat by Raiden and Shang Tsung. And they head to this island where shit happens. Drink? Shanghai Surprise. All I know is I find it very hard to say his name. Shang Tsung.
Yeah. I'm letting you say it.
Yeah. Raiden has a lot of exposition dump on the boat, but I can't remember what he said, and it was sort of annoying because it just looked like there was a curtain around the boat with stars on it.
Little dots of LEDs or whatever, bulbs back in the day.
It was a curtain.
It's exactly what it was. And then a bit of dry ice. So there was...
Oh, yeah, a lot of dry ice, yeah.
Like, special effects there. It felt like a scene at a cheap community play. And the acting was worse.
Boo!
Boo! Get off the stage. Suck.
Yeah. Johnny Cage, out of the three protagonists, I think Johnny Cage is annoying to me. Like Sonya Blade, a really bad acting. Sorry, the actress, but
dialogue
not annoying. Not that annoying. Liu Kang, fine, he's okay because he acts. He does more action. Than Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is annoying because he's meant to be this comedic foil, and he's just not funny whatsoever.
You did punch some Goro in the groin, though, so that's
that came out of nowhere.
I like that bit.
I laughed.
The only bit in the movie I enjoyed, because I remember actually the combination to do that in the game as well. I was like, the thing!
Yay!
Yay! I was
Video games! Nostalgia!
I'm not 10 anymore. The only 5 seconds of the movie I enjoyed. But, aside from that, he was awful.
And then it's just it's so comedic in a movie where comedy is attempted and it doesn't actually come through. But this just came as like a schoolboy humor part where he just
groin
gets
punch.
thumped in the groin, and Goro to his the puppeteers did a good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the fights. We obviously have remarked on them being horrible and terribly choreographed. This entire movie is based around fights, and they don't do them well. But let's talk about their attempt at trying to create this lean character who goes up against Goro first when they get on the island. Right, that's the first fight. It's like they're going, hey, they're supposed to be friends with him after just meeting him 20 minutes ago on the boat, basically. And this is when we see Shang Tsung's soul sapping skill that he has. He's got all the dead people that he's killed into him as their souls. And Art Lean goes, and we're supposed to go, Art.
No, not Art. What was that his name?
How do they know him? Why did they like him so much?
My name's Bart, you feckers.
Where's me soul?
Yeah. They spoke to him for about 4 seconds on the bridge of the boat or on the deck of the boat, and that was it. Now they're emotionally attached to him.
Yeah, I don't even remember what was said, but they were like, they were saying stuff to him. They were saying stuff in the crowd to be like they're friends with him or whatever. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, and the massive outbreak of emotion from Sonya when he gets killed. It's like, really? That guy you barely know just died. You're like, oh no. Anyway.
Yeah. So Raiden is probably quite the most popular Mortal Kombat character. I think closely afterwards is Sub-Zero and Scorpion. How do you think they were portrayed in the movie?
Scorpion wrecked my head.
Why was his spear thing alive? Like, hello.
Hello,
out of his hand.
Yeah, so that's nothing like the computer game. Maybe it was supposed to be like that in higher definition or something. I don't know. But it doesn't zip around the place and go around the trees and...
No. Well, they had a 3D world to work with, so...
That's true. I never understood that fight, though, with...
Johnny Cage.
Because
that's true.
He was just out for a stroll in the forest.
Exactly. Yeah.
That comes out of nowhere.
It does come out of nowhere.
No explanation. It's just, and here's this fight.
Yeah. And that's what it feels like. This movie is just an entire fight after fight with no paper-thin threads running through them.
Yeah, there was no transition. No, now round 4. Nothing.
I thought, I can't even remember what happened before this scene. I think it was they were spying on Kano and blah, 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 and he just went for a walk afterwards. I don't know. I have no clue.
I think there was actually, just before this scene, is that the one where Liu is fighting Katana or something like that?
Oh,
and
on
she's
the
going,
beach.
By the way, use the water. The thing, I should say, use the thing that gives you life. Instead of saying, just use the effing water. Well, there'll be a bucket. There'll be a bucket on the ground. Just throw that on her. Yeah. She had the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So she did, she mentioned, I don't know why, but so Sonya Blade and Katana,
sure.
They don't really fight a lot in the movie.
Sonya Blade, very much set up for prepubescent kids to go, she's wearing not very much.
But to be honest with you, though, she's not totally scantily clad throughout the entire movie. She's in like a mini skirt at the end, but it's not totally over the top.
I know, but she's a damsel in distress at the end.
At the end, yeah, for sure.
And she's kind of set up the whole way through to be that. Raiden gives her advice. You have to be willing to accept help. Oh,
yeah, that's your weakness. Your weakness
is you're a woman, basically. Well done, Raiden, you feckin' chauvinist.
Misogynist. Yeah. So when Johnny Cage was strolling through the forest kicking stones, was he like, do you, when Scorpion just popped out and went, here you go. He basically, that's the first thing he said, and everybody in the cinema went, yay. Do you think that? Obviously, yeah, and then, okay. So I read that they had done this on a testing, and they tested this part where they fight in the forest, and they said, "We want more fighting, yay!" And so they had to post-edit or edit or reshoot the portal into hell, and then
Oh,
that
really?
fight
Is that
into
where
hell.
that came about?
That's where
'Cause
that
that's
came about.
stupid.
It's random, just glued in there, like copy and paste. Let's just
now
chuck
you're
that
in
in
hell.
there. Now you're in
great.
hell. Yeah. But they get rid of these guys pretty quickly, because then Liu Kang is playing Sub-Zero, and then that's where to be honest with you, I watched this last night. I can't even remember how those fights ended. I know Scorpion's skull was exposed at some point, right?
Sub-Zero, now plain zero. Sorry, had to cook the Running Man. Yeah, his head comes off, or he rips
Scorpion.
his face off and shoots fire at. Yeah, and then Johnny Kang, Johnny Cage runs over and cuts him, and then he explodes.
Oh, he's got a shield,
a spiky shield
thing from the game. That is from the game, I think. And then what happened to Liu Kang versus Sub-Zero? I can't remember.
He throws a bucket of water. Because Sub-Zero is he's charging up his ice attack, which
yeah.
You know, the first fight was some randomer fighting Sub-Zero just to show off Sub-Zero,
Right,
and he gets turned into an ice block and smashed in half.
True.
But Sub-Zero's like, for about 45 seconds, or the other fighter's just going.
He has a tell.
Yeah, maybe just run over and kick him in the nads. Yeah, that's stupid. And again, when Liu is fighting him, he's got like a week to run up and kick him in the groin. But he doesn't. He's like, oh no, the thing, I better get water.
Yeah. So that's they're pretty much just fight after fight after fight. There's Johnny Cage versus Goro then, when we said he punches him in the groin.
Yes. That is funny, in fairness.
In fairness. It leads up to it for a few minutes, and he just punches him in the groin, and then
because I forgot all about that move. Yeah.
Push him off the cliff. And there you go. And then Johnny Cage goes, flawless victory, which it was. But it says flawless victory later on, and it wasn't a flawless victory.
Yeah, he got punched around the place. Yeah.
Yeah, by Shang Tsung. Like Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung was not a flawless victory.
No,
but people on the internet are saying it was a flawless victory because the first 2 rounds were paused by certain events. So the third event was when he did a flawless victory.
People are overthinking this one.
Yes. Yeah, so they have to follow them to Outworld, right? And that's the end, near the end of the movie.
Meanie sorcerer guy whose name sounds like beer to me. He drags Sonya off to Outback Diner for some brisket.
For steak, yeah.
So on the way there, Reptile turns up and turns into a man.
So, who is in Mortal Kombat 2, right?
He is. He's a hidden character.
Right. So, yeah, because at the start of the movie, Shang Tsung is going to this invisible amphibian, chameleon, going, all right, mate, you keep an eye on Katana. Don't let them go near the human beings. They're dirty. They're nasty.
And so he goes, in that job.
All right, sir. And then he's like this, as we said, Amiga graphics for the entire movie.
What I love is he says, okay, Reptile, you don't let them get together. And then he makes them fight so they can have a chat.
Yes. That's so bad. Yeah. So
don't be talking. I said don't be talking.
Also, the fight with human Reptile was added, just like the Scorpion one in Hell was added, because it was supposed to be just he knocks him into the statue and he just gets buried in the statue. But people wanted more fights. You know what? The one thing I was just wondering about in the entire Reptile Liu Kang fight was, where the hell's Johnny Cage? He's standing outside.
They're
walking through
scratching his arse.
They're walking through the Outworld, dawdling along, and then Liu Kang gets chucked into a building, and Johnny Cage is nowhere to be seen. He beats Reptile, then comes out, and then he's just walking with Johnny Cage again.
Hey, what were you up to? Oh, I was just, trying not to die. Thanks very much.
What's the noises in there? Yeah. That's sort of annoyed me.
Yeah.
So basically they wanted to Shang Tsingtao Beer wanted to fight.
There we go.
It's interesting because he lives in the Black Tower, which is another liquor alcohol from
he lives in a
80s.
bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Liu Kang challenges Shang Tsung then to Mortal Kombat. I challenge you to Mortal Kombat.
No, but I wanted to fight Sonya.
Yeah, I want to find a girl. And she's there like hung up like the damsel in distress in Double Dragon.
Yeah,
I think there's a movie about Double Dragon too, actually.
Double Dragon. Now that's 2. That's a great game. I remember that's many a quarter, if you will, wasted on that.
10p. No, I loved Double Dragon because then at the end you double 2-player, you fight each other. It's a perfect end into a game.
Yeah,
and
then you beat the shit out of the person you were fighting against just because they cheated. Yeah,
you brothers, you have to fight for the lady. Can't share it. Okay, so so I don't, the ending fight with Liu Kang and Shang Tsung,
awful.
Sonya's done. Like she hasn't done anything. Oh, she gets rid of Kano, right? She fights Kano a little bit.
She fights him at the start and snaps his skull with a leg grab, which is a move in the game as well.
True. Yes.
So that's great fan service. So the whole movie is just, let's get as many of the moves and quotes in the game, slap them in together. No real need for a story, and then we cash in.
Yeah. And the only thing, like Liu Kang is fighting, blah, blah, blah. They're thumping each other, they're kicking each other. No blood ever appears, apart from the bust lip that sounds, Oh, man. It's like the scene in Dumb and Dumber when Jim Carrey goes, when he's fighting the chef in the restaurant. That's all I could remember.
That was a better fight scene.
It was a better fight scene.
Yeah.
So at some point, because we have this exposition that he's taking all these souls, he vomits up like 6 different souls.
Yeah, it wasn't that many souls. He'd been fighting and killing things for thousands of years.
Yeah, for 9
20
generations.
people come out.
Not even 6 people, and they're all lying around the circle then.
Yeah, it was 9 generations just in our domain, or whatever the hell they call it. But they'd gone through multiple planets, so...
Why didn't he just vomit up 500 and just...
Ghosts every
500 dudes and dudettes just standing around going, what the fuck, where am I?
What the hell did I?
Also, why am I fighting for you, you bastard? You stole my soul.
Yeah.
I guess they're slave souls or something.
Some nonsense, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Liu Kang just gets rid of him quite easily.
Yep, kicks him onto a big spike. I love when the spikes come out of the ground. There was a nice thin layer of aluminum foil.
Gold
spikes come
foil.
Up. It just pierces it, and it's so shite.
Yes. You know what annoyed me about it? You said it earlier about the small places where they fight. So this last thing is in a room, but they fight within this circle.
Ledge.
Of the ledge. But before that, the circle where the Mortal Kombat logo is, it's an uneven floor because the logo is stepped up. So it's like...
But they don't use space either. They stand beside each other and just go...
Yeah.
Punchy, punch.
No, they didn't they didn't care about...
And listen, even the fighting is awful.
It's bad.
Like, the moves are bad. The use of weapons is stupid. Just a lot of spinning around in a circle. It's just... No.
Pants.
Like, at this time, even before this, you had movies from the likes of Jackie Chan showing how you do this type of thing.
Yeah.
So it should be obvious how you choreograph a fight scene for a lot less money, and they don't do any of that. They just go, computer game.
We are finished with the movie, and then they're hand in hand going, yay!
Oh, God.
And then this big, I think his name is Shao Kahn or something, comes up in the sky and goes, I'm after your souls, lads. And then they all pose. It's like the end of Super Mario Brothers, actually. Raiden's just there going,
I don't think so.
Don't think so. You know, he flew to Thailand on his own money to finish up shooting because I don't know why, I think he was nice to them. Christopher Lambert. Don't know why.
Needed the work.
Anyway, Annihilation came 2 years afterwards, so I'm guessing they continued with the Shao Kahn appearing in the sky thingy.
No idea.
No idea, and I will never know.
I've not seen that. I had flicked through a TV channel and part of this was on before.
Oh.
And I do remember like 15 seconds going, nope, keep flicking.
Which is why we watch it now.
yeah. I suppose it's time for the numbers, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just writing down. I'm just going to give it the same number because I don't really want to think about it. But we'll go through it one by one just to give it the respect it doesn't deserve. So plot. So here's the deal. I haven't watched Street Fighter with Kylie Minogue just because those things shouldn't go together. But
that was better than this, and that was awful.
Yeah. That's when Jean-Claude Van Damme and Kylie Minogue got together, had a bit of an affair.
Jesus.
Anyway, listen, you've got a video game. It's hard to adapt a video game. They didn't do it well. As you said, it's fan service, just full of fights with moves and characters from the video game. We want more than that, but back in the 90s, kids wanted this, so that's what they got. And they got a successful movie.
Yeah. See, you know what's weird here? We watched Super Mario Bros., where they didn't really adapt the story. They didn't use the lore, and they suffered miserably for it. In this movie, they adapted the story, used the lore, and it suffered for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do. Somewhere in the middle, maybe. That I don't think there is a story in Mortal Kombat, or a very light one, if you will. And
they tried with the vendettas that each of the protagonists have. Sonya, Liu Kang, and Johnny have reasons for fighting in the tournament. I just think they do Sonya Blade dirty. They don't give her enough. She's always just questioning. Like, she's snarky with Johnny because Johnny's a wise ass, but she's not important in this plot.
She's very two-dimensional, though, as a character.
Yeah. Then Katana, isn't Katana the one with the paper, the fans in the game?
Yeah, and no fan. Actually, yeah. Where's my fan service in that? I want my fan service.
Mm-hmm. Only fans is what you want.
Yes.
So yeah, it's bad. It's thin. It's not good. I'm giving 0.25, and I'm going to repeat that for every category, just to save myself thinking. But we will go through acting next.
I'm going to join you on the 0.25 because
for everything,
you can't give it 0 because that would be
it was a movie.
It would be too much like Sub-Zero. So yeah, somebody wrote stuff down on a piece of paper. I'm going to give them marks for writing their name down.
Yeah. True. For everything you're going to do. So acting, Christopher Lambert is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, he doesn't really. Well, he does have that little exposition on the boat, but he's just bad. It's just bad. Like, I think, Johnny Cage is terrible. Sonya Blade's bad. Like, Liu Kang's actor, if I'll give him credit by actually saying his name, he is Robin Shou. I think he's okay. He could be a lot worse. He's not.
I have heard him described before as a dime store Bruce Lee. And I think that's about right.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
he's
accurate.
Okay. He's ripped.
Yeah.
Is that acting?
Can you imagine Cameron Diaz in this? Obviously.
Thankfully, no.
Yeah, she went on to do other stuff. So
0.25.
Yeah. Soundtrack's annoying. Like,
oh god, zero. God damn it, 0.
You're doing 0.
Yes.
I actually went on to Spotify today just to find Techno Syndrome, just to see if it actually was. It is obviously the same, and it also does Mortal Kombat in it. So yeah,
it wasn't good in the computer game, and it's kind of sketchy and digitized and sounds digitized in the computer game because it's a computer game from that era. And they don't bother doing anything with it. They just port it directly. They just copy paste. Nah.
Every time there's a fight scene, in the background. Yeah.
It blows.
Paul W.S. Anderson I forgot to say, you were talking about the way the fighting was badly choreographed and stuff. He, at the start, had never done anything like this before, and I read today he was shooting the fight scenes long shot, so the actors were shown fully, and everybody was just knackered after 30 minutes, and somebody just came over to him and whispered, "You have to take multiple shots close in and just cut it up. That's how you do fight scenes." So, oh, okay. That's why during the rest of the movie it's so close, and like the final fight scene, I guess, is him going, "Okay, let's just get in close and do more."
He overdoes it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he needs to mix it up a bit.
Because there's plenty of fight scenes. Like, do you ever see Raid, where the lads fighting these criminals through a tower block?
Oh, yeah, the Malaysian movie?
The Malaysian movie. That's fantastic. There's a whole lot of flowing scenes through a corridor, like all singular shots. Beautifully choreographed. Really complex, fantastic fight scenes. You don't have to cut every 2 seconds.
No.
Please.
Which Catwoman did a lot of, and it was terrible.
That was not great.
What I wanted to see was, and I know it would be trope and a bit cliche, but they didn't do a lot of, okay, let's do a horizontal side scene so it looks like the video game for a little bit. Just a little. Just mix it in.
Yeah.
They did everything
else. Seems
else.
obvious to me.
At the start, when Liu Kang's brother was getting killed by Qingdao beer, there was silhouettes horizontally. I thought, okay, that's good artistic nod, but it never happened again.
Maybe a little bit of parallax scrolling as well, just for
parallax scrolling. Beautiful.
Just to remind us of the 8-bit and 16-bit eras.
Amazing. I will give him the 0.25 for the creature. What's his name? Goro.
For when he got kicked in the groin.
Goro.
Got punched in the groin.
Groin. Yeah, no, I like I thought it was going to look really bad, but it actually looked okay.
See that? Yes, I agree. But then his voice.
Yeah, that was annoying.
So
that was really annoying.
Yeah, I'll give 0.25. The animation on his face was good.
Well, it wasn't animation. It was
sorry. I mean, like how they animated his face.
Yeah, it was good. Better than the turtles.
Yeah,
a little bit, maybe. Yeah, he went on to do the Resident Evil franchise, so he didn't. Yeah,
they weren't great. Apart from the first
they're not
one.
great. Yeah, they're not great.
First one's actually reasonably not completely terrible.
I can't remember which one we've reviewed. Annihilation was a Resident Evil. Can't remember which one we did. The second one. Can't remember.
We didn't do a Resident Evil.
We did a Resident Evil. Yeah, we did. Oh no, we didn't. Sorry, we did Underworld. Sorry,
different shark. Yeah.
We should do a Resident Evil, but there must be like 20 of them at this stage.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've watched quite a few of them. They've all been awful, apart from the first one, which is fine.
Sets the scene. Yeah. Like the reviews back in the day were fine, but the lowest one is Film Threat gave it 30. It says the bright spot of Paul W.S. Anderson's film is the villains. The New Yorker gave it 50, says, but soon the movie falls flat under an uninspired good versus evil plot and pathetically simple-minded dialogue. But Los Angeles Times gave it 90 back in 1995. A martial arts action-adventure with wondrous special effects and witty production design. It effectively combines supernatural terror, a mythical slayed dragon, Save the Princess, Odyssey, and even a spiritual quest for self-knowledge. Who self-knowledged themselves? Well, they all had their...
they were told, you're an idiot.
Yes.
Stop being an idiot.
Yes.
There was your...
Johnny Cage.
You're not a faker. Chill.
Yeah, not a faker. Sonya Blade. Ask for help.
Get some help.
Woman.
Yeah.
And Liu Kang, revenge. Don't do revenge. Don't live for revenge.
These aren't exactly the deepest of lessons to be learned.
No. So I wanted to go on to Letterboxd because I just want to make myself laugh at reading. Some people are funnier than we are.
Yeah.
This guy gave it 1 star. Girl, Ali Stump. She said the characters were just pressing random buttons. I like that. Very good.
Controller mashing, yes.
Yeah. So I'm reading the 5-star reviews in Letterboxd, and it's just sort of like...
I like the computer game.
Yeah,
no, I like this.
It's not even that. It's just sort of trying to be meta and going, "This is the most amazing. Don't ever disrespect greatness in your fucking life." Somebody says, so I'm not gonna read any of these. They're not actually that funny when they're 5 stars.
Yeah.
Somebody says, "Man, we used to make movies."
Technically correct.
Somebody gave it 5 stars and says, "I truly don't know how else to interpret this other than Goro fucks."
You know what? It's 5 isn't right, but that's a great sentiment. I love it.
Actually, a lot of people here are saying how great the animatronics of Goro is. I would get a Goro
one element of the movie. Everything else is awful.
Yeah, true. Somebody says, is it flawed? Yes. Does my nostalgia outweigh its flaws? Also, yes. Not for us, buddy.
That's fine. See, I hated the game, so nostalgia doesn't hit.
True, it certainly wasn't part of our culture growing up, but I didn't make
get over here was something you did.
Get
when
over
you
here.
Slap somebody in the face.
True. Yeah, you'd grab onto somebody. Get over here. Yeah.
Finish him.
Finish him.
Kick in the groin.
Fatality.
Yes, they were used quite liberally as we were kids.
What was the name of the move where you're actually friends with them at the end or something? You did like a
friendship.
Was it just called friendship?
Just for friendship, yeah. And
A, B, up, down,
rainbow,
left, right. Yeah.
Not pulling somebody's spine out of their neck.
Yeah, you didn't do that in this. I really wish I could have seen that.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe the new Mortal Kombat 2 that's coming out around about this time will have. I think the new one in 2021 was R, so I'm sure it's very bloody and blah blah blah. But
I suspect Carl Urban shall be slightly better than this version of Johnny Cage. I am a fan of Mr. Urban. I like him in most stuff he does.
It just feels like he's just doing his The Boys thing, though. Same sort of violence.
You fucking get
over here.
Yeah. No,
you fucking cat.
I kind of like his The Boys thing, though. I kind of enjoy his awfulness.
He's going to get pigeonholed, though, if he's not careful.
Oh, yeah, he's getting paid.
True. Yeah, good on him. Good on him. Right, well, let's leave this mortal coil, shuffle off this mortal coil.
Gladly after watching this,
yeah. If you haven't rated us or subscribed to us on the platform you're listening to us on or watching us on, please do so. We would really appreciate that. That would be lovely. We will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.